It is Monday, 26th day of May 2025. Welcome to the Lord Aboga TV newspaper review. Straight away we go onto the Standard, whereby the main headline reads, "Plot to Stock Kenyans." I'm told there is a bill that has been introduced by Mary Kaitani just to stalk Kenyans and see each and every information that it is being written on Kenyan's social media platforms. This is what the Standard reads. For the umpteenth time, the Ruto administration is once again pushing to amend information laws through a private member's bill that will grant sweeping powers to monitor, trace, and target Kenyans online. If passed, the legislation will give the state unprecedented access to digital platforms, raising fears of a crackdown on dissent and increased surveillance of government critics, especially in the wake of last year's Gen Z protests. Experts warn the timing points to a calculated attempt to mute online activism ahead of the 2027 general elections. Briefly, just to read you through what the bill indicates, the Kenya Information and Communication Amendment Bill 2025, a bill for an act of parliament to amend the Kenya Information and Communication Act enacted by the Parliament of Kenya as follows. The act may be cited as the Kenya Information and Communication Amendment Act 2025. Section 2 of the Kenya Information and Communication Act, in this act referred to as the Principal Act, is amended in the definition of telecommunication operation by inserting words and includes an internet service provider immediately after the expression Section 79. Section 27A of the Principal Act is amended by inserting the following new subsections immediately after subsection 3B. 3C, an internet service provider shall operate a meter billing system which shall A. assign to each customer a unique and unidentifiable meter number, B. monitor customer usage, C. convert customer usage into readable details, D. create invoices based on consumption, and E. allow for user verification of invoices. 3D, an internet service provider licensed under this act shall submit to the authority at least once in every financial year information on the billing system, including internet meter numbers issued to subscribers. The fifth schedule to the Principal Act is amended by inserting the following new paragraph immediately after paragraph 2. Mary Kaitani, that won't happen. And I don't know why President William Samoei Ruto is that uncomfortable with what Kenyans are doing on the social space. President William Samoei Ruto, when you are campaigning, you said that you are going to give Kenyans their freedom they deserve. I don't know why President William Samoei Ruto and his UDA members of parliament are seriously threatened by the information on our social media spaces. I don't know. I don't know why they feel threatened. Maybe there is something sinister that they are planning to do in regards to the 2027 elections. But I don't know why they are that uncomfortable. President William Samoei Ruto, one thing that is making and giving him sleepless nights is how Kenyans are informed on the social media spaces. That's why he wants to curtail this space and at least give it unfavorable laws that are going to make the government spy on what Kenyans are doing on the social spaces. Funny. But, Kenyans are Kenyans. Kenyans will still devise new norms to deal with them despite the law amendments. But I don't think that law is going to pass. Again, if it passes, remember, Kenyans will ask you questions. onto the public participation process, Kenyans will ask you questions. Why do you feel insecure on Kenyans' social space? Why? That is quite unfortunate state of affairs there. Straight away, we move on to the Daily Nation, whereby the main headline reads, High varsity fees ruining our lives. That is in regards to the Kenya University students. The Daily Nation writes, thousands of university students placed in categories that require them to pay hefty fees with minimal government subsidy under a new funding model have petitioned authorities for review. But as they wait their fate, the most desperate have been forced to drop out of college and other barred from sitting the exams because of mounting fee arrears. President William Samoei Ruto's led administration is very much determined to destroy the Kenya's education systems. Ukiona in basic education, they don't want to give capitation to the schools. The same administration don't want parents to pay school fees. Now the same administration has scrapped off the initial help that used to comfortably cater for students' school fees. Now they have come in with another funny funding model that places students in imaginary bands. Now, what is President William Samoei Ruto trying to do with the Kenyan education? Does it mean that the president hates education that much? Because that is quite unfortunate. And why is it that President William Samoei Ruto does not want to hear from Kenyans? Kenyans are telling you this system is not working. Why can't the president just hear that this system is not working? Help was doing well. Help was doing well to the Kenyan students. But now President William Samoei Ruto has come up with that funny, quite unfortunate state of affairs there. And I think it is high time university students stand up. It is high time university students stand up and even call for nationwide demos, at least to bring the education sector back to where it used to belong. Yes, it is high time the university student mobilize and hold mother of all demonstrations so that to force President William Samoei Ruto to do what is right. Because the new funding model is not working at all. That is a fact. Straight away, the Daily Nation onto another headline, conned by a prophet. I saw that thing yesterday on NTV.
Ni kampuni ya utangazaji ya kidini makao makuu yakiwa ni jumba la K Mall barabara ya Kangundo hapa Nairobi. Miliki wa kampuni hii ni Nabii David Maina wa kanisa la Yahweh's Evangelistic Revival Ministries lililoko OTC katikati mwa jiji la Nairobi. Na je, huyu David Maina ni nani? Askofu David Maina ni nabii wa kanisa aliyezaliwa tarehe 21 Juni mwaka 1978. Wengine wanamfahamu kama Karuru, wengine wakimjua kama Kageshu. Ana shahada ya uongozi wa kanisa yani in Christian Ministry kutoka chuo cha mafunzo ya Biblia cha Grace Bible Seminary Kenya kwa ushirikiano na Theological University ya Marekani, na anaongoza kanisa la Yahweh's Evangelistic Revival Ministries. Lakini ndani ya jengo hilo la K-Mall, ndani ya afisi za Yahweh's Media Services Limited, ambako kuna televisheni hizo 4, kuna televisheni zingine. Mojawapo ni ile ya Wave Time TV iliyosajiliwa chini ya Wave Time Media Limited, ambayo inamilikiwa na David Maina Karuru na Yahweh's Media Services Limited. Kuonesha wazi bado vituo hivyo vinamilikiwa na Nabii David Maina. Vipindi vya runinga hizi zote vinafanana kwa matangazo yake. Vyote huonesha filamu ambazo zinawatumia DJ ambaye huzungumza katikati ya filamu hizi za kimataifa kwa lugha ya mitaani. DJ Fish ndiye kigogo hapa anayeonekana kuwika kwenye vituo hivi vyote. Hapa ndipo waporaji hawa wanapata nafasi ya kuwalaghai wa Kenya. Tumekuwa tukiwafuatilia kwa muda sasa, na hapa kamari ikichezwa, anayecheza hajui analaghaiwa.
Manzi atekonyara. Wawili watatu ndio wabaki.
Ukinipatia tiketi ya kwako ya 200, ukinipatia tiketi ya kwako ya 200 itakuwa multiplied by 100, hiyo itakuwa ni 20,000.
Wanazima sauti ya filamu inayoendelea na kuwataka Wakenya kucheza kwa kutumia nambari ya till number na kuelezwa watashinda maelfu ya pesa. Wakenya wanaingia kwa mtego huu. Majina mengi yanatajwa hewani na watu ambao wanacheza. Baadhi wanatangazwa washindi wa shilingi 5,000 hadi shilingi 200,000.
Kuna mtu anaitwa Felix Onyango Odhiambo tiketi ya 50, Shamora tiketi ya 150 na mtu anaitwa Hapio tiketi ya 100.
Ila unalodhani ndilo silo. Ukweli uliopo wa televisheni hizi za Nabii David Maina unajitokeza kwa mara ya kwanza.
A presenter will tell you, kama unajua maybe uko na mgonjwa, ama for example unajua una shida kabisa uko nayo, I've got this 50,000. You just send that 10 bob and you'll get the 50,000 and I'll post.
Baada ya kutazama kwa miezi, tuligundua uovu na uongo uliopangiwa kwenye madhabahu ya kumtukuza Maulana asiye.
A prophet coming up with fake gambling entities and just conning people. This is a man of God. He goes by the name Prophet David Maina. And again, prophet, who made you a prophet? David Maina, who made you a prophet? You just but a greedy fella. Quite unfortunate state of affairs that a man of God, someone who is believed to be a man of God, is the one who is minting millions from innocent Kenyans just for his selfish gains. Quite unfortunate. This is a very funny creature, and I believe the authorities should come and tame such churches. The Daily Nation writes, to his followers and employees, he is a prophet, David Maina, a man overseeing the operations of his Yahweh Media Services Limited, which officially is spreading the gospel through multiple television stations, except it's the gospel of greed and it's leaving a trail of bitter victims. That is quite unfortunate. The so-called prophet David Maina should be brought to book. And this is what the DCI and EACC should be doing, not just political orchestrated arrests. The EACC and DCI should be arresting such people who are conning innocent Kenyans for their selfish gains. This is unfortunate. And I saw that thing on NTV. It was very, very, very saddening. Very saddening. This fella should be brought to book. I think today we don't have much onto our newspaper review. For these and many more, subscribe onto our YouTube channel at Lord Aboga TV. Remember to press the notification bell so that when we come up with this interesting political and governance content, YouTube will automatically notify you. Till next time, goodbye.